Hello people! Today I'm going to start doing something different. At the beginning I'm going to now show you a picture of the materials I used for the set, and the finished pictures will now be only at the end. Okay, we're going to start off obviously doing my own nails here. We're going to start off with a set I'm calling Stormy Weather, and it's a peekaboo set. This is one of the stamping plates I'm going to be using for snowflakes, and this is the other one. This one was a bundle monster, which is now Maniology, and that other one I got off of Alley. I don't know what STZ. I don't know what that brand is. And obviously white stamping polish. Now this is regular stamping polish, not gel, so it will not need to be cured. I hope you guys had a good Christmas and holiday season. I certainly did. I managed to get all three of my kids at my parents' house, so we had the entire family there together for Christmas, which frankly could very possibly be the last time that happens, as my folks are not doing great. But that's a story for another day that you guys don't care about anyway, so let's get back to the nails. This is how I clean off my stamper heads. Little lint roller. And then we're gonna load it up again. I tried to pick snowflakes that were on the smaller side and were clustered together so I could get more than one at a time. Otherwise it would have taken forever to do all that stamping. And I'm just going to clean off some of the excess junk that I don't want on there, so I don't have to clean it off later on my nail. And I am messing around too long. These guys are going to get dry and they're not going to stick. The one thing when using regular polish for stamping is it dries very quickly, so you can't dilly-dally. And I'm just using acetone to clean these plates off. And they're ready to go again. Couple of scrapes and it should be ready to pick up. Bada bing, there we are. Okay, there's where we are so far. I'm just going to show you guys this one hand, and the other one I'll do off camera because you guys have seen me stamping enough, I think. I did have a pretty good stamping day that day though, so that was good. Sorry if I'm sounding a little wheezy here. That's one of the joys of asthma. Okay, these are the slightly bigger ones that I decided to use for the thumb. That one didn't totally pick up right, but now did I do this one or did I? Okay, these were spread out a little far, so I had to go back in with some individual ones to put in between where they were, where I didn't get any on there. But only on the thumb I had to do that. The rest of them worked out fine. Okay, we're going to need one more little one, and I believe that'll be it. Okay, there we go. There's what we got on that one. There's the rest so far, and as I said, I'll do the rest off camera, and we're moving on. Now, this is going to be what shows underneath. I wanted this dark blue, so we're going to go in with this. Now I knew I was going to be putting a whole bunch of layers of stuff on these nails, so I really was trying hard to make sure my coats were thin because I did not want them to bulk up. They did bulk up. There was not any getting around it, so I kind of lost my nail shape. I've got to come up with a better plan for this because this happens pretty much every time, and I don't like it. I mean, I feel like I'm putting on the layers thinly, but somehow I managed to get them very bulky. And capping the ends. A little bit more on that one. And those have gone into cure, and we're ready for coat number 2. This will be the last coat of the darker blue. Sorry guys, I'm not feeling super chatty today. Plus when I talk, when I'm having asthma issues, it makes me want to cough, and that just irritates my throat. So I may not be talking a whole lot, but we'll see. Okay, just about done. Then we'll cure these. I'll finish the rest of them off camera. And then we're moving on to the next step. We're going to be chroming these, so I'm going in with my Beetles top coat, as this is the only one that seems to work really well for me when doing chrome. And I'm only going to cure this for 30 seconds instead of the full minute that I normally would do, as that seems to be helping also. I have to say, it is so nice having a top coat that works with my chrome again. I was getting so frustrated with chroming things, it wasn't coming out right. Now I feel at ease. I'm back on track with the chrome. Okay, we're going to clean up. I wanted to make sure I got the top coat totally covering all the blue, but not going too far up to my cuticle edge because I didn't want it up in there. Okay, we're doing silver chrome. Now, you're not really going to see any of this chrome, but I wanted a silver base to start with when I do the rest of these layers because I was not convinced that what I was going to put on top of this was going to be pigmented enough to cover this dark blue, and I did not want any dark blue showing on the top of the nail. Now this, being that this is going over the dark blue, it didn't come out real like silvery silver. It kind of went to more of a grayish silver, like a blue-gray silver, which is fine. I like the way what the color came out looking like in the end. It wasn't exactly what I had in mind in the first place, but I was happy with how it came out. I know it looks like you can see a lot of the blue through this chrome. As I was sitting there doing that, I couldn't see it like that. It looked nice and silvery chrome to me in person, but as I was editing the video, I was noticing how blue it still looks just through this part. But we're just going to pat some on, patting it on, and rub. The more you rub it in, the shinier it gets. But also be careful you don't scratch it while you're rubbing it in, or you'll scratch the chrome right off. Now normally I would top coat these immediately and then move on so I could wash my hands, but I did not want to put any extra layers of stuff on these because I knew, like as I said, they were going to bulk up a lot. So we're going to just move on to the next step after these. I will finish chroming the other hand off camera, So they're going to look pretty messy here for a while because I won't be able to wash my hands for a bit. I did manage to scratch one of them too because I had to stop to go feed the cats. There's where we are so far with the chrome on there. Okay, next I'm going to just use a soft brush. I'm going to brush off any loose chrome powder that might still be on there and hopefully get some of the mess off my fingers. Okay, that's all we got for that. Moving on. Now, I'm using this color. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. This is a pale blue glitter, which is not looking at all blue over top of this chrome, but that's fine. Now I'm going to be putting this on all of them except the thumb and the ring fingers. It kind of looks almost like a gunmetal gray over that dark blue like that. I wasn't getting a whole lot of glitter out of this, but we got there and we get there in the end. Okay, I've cured those. This is coat number 2 of the glitter. That one got a lot. The others did not end up with that much glitter on them. Sorry. And we will cure those again. See, you can tell their shape is totally gone now. Now we're going in with this blue, light blue cat eye. Now, I was just experimenting over top of this one. I was going to see how it went. If I liked it, okay. If I didn't, then I could just wipe it off and move on. But, okay, we're going to get it on there. We are going to move it around. I kind of wanted a swoosh if I could make it do that. So, this particular magnet is the only one I seem to have a lot of luck with. So this is the one I pretty much use for all of them. I have some other ones. They just don't want to work very well for me. They must not be very strong. But there we are. We got kind of sort of a swoosh. That's kind of what I was going for, and I really liked the way it looked. You can still see the other glitter, but now we have this over top. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do the rest of the glitter ones with the cat eye also. So here we go. And moving on to here. Believe it or not, I have sped this section up now. I tried to speed up as much stuff in here as I could get away with. Yeah, that one is very misshapen. But oh well. I guess that's the way it goes. Okay, now I did the rest of them. They've all been cured. And now we're moving on to the ones that we did not glitter. This is the Lily Cute thread gel that I've used before. Now this stuff is super, super thick. It's almost the same consistency as a spider gel. And as a matter of fact, if you stretch it out, you probably could use it as a spider gel if you really wanted to. But what I'm going for with this design, or with this whole set, was I wanted it to look like stormy weather, like winter storm. So I wanted kind of the feel of the wind blowing and swirling around, and you know, just the general storminess and the kind of ugliness of the what stuff looks like normally. So I decided to do little swirly kind of designs on these. Now you're not going to see a whole lot of this part because I've got crystals over top of a lot of it, but some of it does show through. You can see on the thumb a lot more. But we're just going to make whatever kind of design on here we want. And when we're happy with it, I will cure it. And I'm only doing in one coat of this. Normally I would have a flat coat of this underneath and then a second coat where I do the design. But one was enough for these. I kind of wanted the dark underneath to show through a little. Okay, now I'm going in with my tempered top coat. I've done all the rest of those light blue ones. And that will be all for the glitter ones. I lost track now of how many layers of stuff is on here, but they're loaded up. And I'm going to try and clean up some excess top coat where I have slopped it on there. Okay, moving on to the embellishments. I've got light blue and dark blue crystals. I'm going to use a couple of these. I don't even know what you call them. Some of these little blue opal-y crystals. Of course, caviar beads. And I used a couple little things out of these. And we got our trusty gem glue. I'm going to start off working on the thumbnail. Which I have, obviously, you can tell I have sped this up. I started off with the intention of doing like a widow's peak kind of a thing on the top of these, on the thumbs. But what I ended up with was kind of just a band across the top and then a long skinny thing hanging down. Oh. Why is that off? I'm looking at my actual nail while you're watching that, and one of my crystals was like partway slid off of there. I don't know how that happened. Clearly it must not have cured all the way under there. I shall have to fix that. Okay, we've got the big one on the middle. Now if I was smart, I would have put the big one, the square one on there and cured it, and then gone back with the rest of these, but I was being lazy, and I usually do my gems all in one go unless there's a whole crazy lot of them. I decided at this point I was going to use a couple of those little oval-y bits. The first one being right there. And then I'm just going to place around that center one some of the other stones, the light and the dark blue. See, everything kept moving, so that would be why you would want to cure after the centerpiece goes on there, so you don't have to keep fiddling with things moving around on you. I tend to do them in one go because sometimes I change my mind and I want some of the stuff that I put on I don't like and I want it off, so that way I can just easily take them all back off. There's a little sneak peek of the underside with the peekaboo part. This is a set I really wanted to do last year with the peekaboo snowflakes underneath, and then when it was time for me to do my winter set, I did something totally different. I think I ended up last year, I think I had a blue and silver chrome ombre with a whole host of bling on there. Okay, those are not totally straight, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. Once I get all the crystals on there, I'll try to straighten it out somewhat, and then I will go with the caviar beads and start that process. I was trying to keep that square one so the pointy parts were, up and down, were right, and the right straight is what I'm trying to say, and doing a poor job of it. I was having issues with my brush. The stuff they weren't coming off of it. They were just getting stuck on there, and then by the time I would get them off the brush would move everything around on the nail again. It was a whole thing. Typical embellishment drama. Now you can see I've got glue all over the top of my finger. But I will just carry on putting these. There's no glue there. Get some more glue on there. I just like to get them in the vicinity of where they're supposed to go, and then I will go back and tuck everything in and move it around and tighten it all up before I cure. Okay, a little dab more glue. Now we gotta straighten everything out. Once again, awkwardly working on my own hands. And now we're going to clean off the excess glue that I've slopped all over myself. And it was ready to cure, and in it went. Now, on this one, I'm having a sort of a swoosh. And we're just going to start off where this one's going to have some of the opal-y blue crystals, and just the other ones like we've already done. But I'm just going to start off with an opal one in the center, and then go down slightly in size and colors, alternate colors, and whatever I'm doing on one side of one end of the swoosh, I'm doing on the other end, so they will be symmetrical. Trying to find the right size. I used to have these all sorted out by size and each in their own little container, but it just got to be too much. There was just way too many different sizes for each color, and it was too much. So now I pretty much, unless they come in a thing where they're all separated like that, I pretty much just dump them all in all the same color in one pot. Okay, gotta glue up again, and I decided to put a couple little ones more towards the center part to kind of frame up that big one in the middle and make my swoosh filled out a little bit more. Trying to fish out the right size of those and not bump anything. Okay, I believe I'm ready for caviar beads here on this one. And I will do the other hand off camera, because you guys really don't want to watch me awkwardly doing with my offhand. I don't know why, but I've been feeling very glittery lately. So the next set I do is not going to be glitter, but the ones after that, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot of glittery stuff for a bit. I've just been in the mood to be using glitter and sparkly stuff lately. There's a lady that I follow on TikTok that I watch her videos a lot, Queen Diana. She does basic stuff, but she has a lot of good ideas she uses a lot of glitter polishes, and there's a big hair on there. So I've been getting ideas from what she's been doing, and I think since I'm watching her do so many glitter polishes, it's kind of reawakened my love of the glitter stuff. So You guys should check her out. I enjoy watching her. She has a fun way of kind of talking about stuff. She doesn't do any real super detailed nail art, but she does do the more simple designs. But as I said, she does have some good ideas, and I have learned some stuff from her that I wasn't doing, that I've started doing her way, and guess what? It actually works better. So, the idea of putting the cat eye over top of the glitter is something that I did get from her. So thank you, Diana. All right, cleaning off the extra glue. Ooh, we lost one. That guy's trying to escape. All right, get back in there. All right, we got everybody buttoned up. And in we go to cure. Okay, that's been cured. And the final step, well, not the final step, but the final step on the top is top coating around the crystals that I just embellished to cover up my gluey mess that I'm sure is there, and will also help to hold the caviar beads and whatnot on there. Okay, now we're going to work on the bottom. We're just going to put a very thin layer of the tempered top underneath so that we'll make the nails clear underneath so you can see the snowflakes better. This is the last step now. I almost forgot to do this part. Okay, and then I will cure them. And here we are with them all done. I'm really liking that cat eye. And there's the snowflake, peekaboo snowflakes. And the thumbs will pop in here in a sec. I was trying to get it close enough so you guys could see it really well without it going all blurry from out of focus. There's the thumbnails. And we will have a quick back to there. Okay, I like them. If you guys like them, please give me a like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, as I do a new set every week. And it will be a new one every Saturday. And that's all I got for this time. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.